Every time I walk into the room, got me feeling crazy. Shot my heart, boom, boom. Any other boy would step, but when I look away, she's making me scared. Trying not to breathe, 1, 2, 3.
If you think of Halloween, you probably think of scary carved pumpkins, all kinds of fancy dress, and children asking for sweets. And if you think of a country that celebrates Halloween, you probably think of the United States first. Americans and Canadians have adopted Halloween in a big way, but Halloween tradition actually come from 16th century Ireland, Scotland, and England.
The tradition of Halloween on 31st October comes from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Samhain was the Celtic New Year and they celebrated it on 1st November because that was the end of summer and harvest time, life, and the beginning of winter, death. It was also the time for ghosts to return to Earth for a day. People lit a big fire, wore special clothes made of animal skin, and hoped to be safe from the ghosts and the winter. In AD 609, the Catholic Church put the Christian celebration of All Saints' Day on 1st November. In AD 1000, Church added All Souls' Day on 2nd November, and All Hallows' Eve or Halloween moved to the night of the 31st. Number 1. Pumpkins. The gods carved faces into vegetables like turnips and potatoes to scare the ghosts and other spirits and make them go away. It was sometimes called a jack-o'-lantern because of an Irish story about a man Jack. He played a trick on the devil and then had to walk the earth for all time as a punishment. Irish people who came to live in the United States in the 1800s found pumpkins much easier to carve, and the tradition became the one we see today.
Number 3. Trick or treat. This is another tradition that began in Europe, this time in England when the church introduced All Souls' Day. Rich people gave poor people soul cakes, a small cake made with spices and raisins, and replaced the Celtic tradition of leaving food outside houses for the ghosts. Going as howling was popular in England for hundreds of years until about the 1930. The Americans kept the tradition, but today children knock on people's doors and ask for sweets. Going trick-or-treating is so popular that a quarter of the sweets for the year in the United States are sold for this one day. Number 4. The rest of the world. Halloween has become the United States' second biggest commercial festival after Christmas. Halloween is also celebrated in other countries, but it is not as big as in the United States, even in the countries where the tradition began. Mexico celebrated the Day of the Dead from 31 October to November, and some of its traditions, like giving gifts of sugar skulls, are starting to mix with Halloween. In this way, the celebration of Halloween continues to change as new traditions join the oldest of the Celtic ones.
I used to think that